Welcome to Cord Cutting today for January 20th, 2023. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting and give you my opinion on them. Now, this is my opinion. If you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to them down there. You can read about for yourself and come up with your own opinions. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about these stories. I'd love to hear from you. Before we get into the news and get everything going, a few things. First of all, a question for everybody. Leave me a comment. What streaming player do you use? Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, Comcast, Google TV? Is it a smart TV? Leave me a comment. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Kind of give me an idea what everybody uses. Helps me kind of cover the news out there. Second, if you missed the news, hey, I got a big update about Cord Cutters News. I know last week I could announce that I was back running Cord Cutters News. Yesterday we announced officially that I have purchased the site, the YouTube channel, the social medias, everything back. Very excited to be the owner of Cord Cutters News again. I'm the sole owner of it and I'm very excited to get back into it, running it all. Thank you to everybody for your support. I really appreciate it. If you want to learn more about that, learn about our big plans, check out the show notes down below. I'll put a link to the announcement post that has all the details about the sale down there, our terms of service, privacy, and all that fun legal stuff also down in the show notes down below. But hey, before we get into the news, if you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow this channel, helping me support my family. I would really appreciate it. Hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. All right, let's start off the day with some breaking news over at Netflix. So Netflix reported their fourth quarter earnings, and part of that, there was two big announcements. Starting off with the CEO and founder, Reed Hastings, is stepping down. Now, he's been there for a very long time, and he's decided to step down. He is not leaving the company. He's just no longer the CEO. And he will become the executive chairman at Netflix, kind of running the board from the sounds of it. There will be new co-CEOs, Ted and Greg Peters and Ted Sarandos. Somebody leave me a comment. Roughly, how do you say that? I have a last name everybody mispronounces, so I hate to give it wrong. But I'm interested to see what this happens. There always comes a period when an owner has to move on, whether it be changing from the day-to-day leadership into like Reed Hastings is, or retiring. So it'd be interesting to see. Netflix has been groundbreaking. For all the concerns over Netflix, it did add 7.66 million new subscribers worldwide and had $7.85 billion in revenue in the fourth quarter of 2022. That's really impressive numbers. Nothing to be ashamed of in the Netflix numbers right there. Now, Netflix did say that they're going to stop giving guidance. They smashed past their guidance on how many subscribers they would have, but they're going to start focusing on revenue versus guidance in the company. Now, speaking of revenue, one of the things that they're going to do that they announced also during the earnings was the fact that they are going to crack down on password sharing to try to get rid of the freeloaders. Now, the idea here is Netflix is going to offer a paid password sharing, basically the ability for a discount rate to add like a sub account to your Netflix profile. It's already been started in some parts of South America to mix results. And Netflix uses it when they detect somebody they believe has been sharing their password with people who do not live at their household. And then they encourage them to try to subscribe to a slightly more expensive shared password plan. We'll see what happens there. Would you pay extra if you knew you could give it out to your friends, family members, and more? Really, Netflix is trying to find a way to crack down on password sharers that often exchange passwords through different services and try to prevent that from happening. Leave me know, what do you think of the CEO change? And would you pay more in order to share your password with friends and family? I'd love to hear from you. All right, Comcast has a new 10 gigabyte internet coming this year. So I don't think most households would take advantage of this. Right now, most markets have a 1 or 2 gigabyte cap for the fastest internet. 10 gigabytes is absolutely crazy amount of speed. Now, for example, a 4K Netflix stream only takes about 15 megabytes down to 20 megabytes down, depending on a lot of variables. This would mean a 10 gigabyte connection can do 66,000 4K HDR Netflix streams at once. Obviously, most households are not going to take advantage of that right away. But a few things. Businesses could, sports stadiums could, and a whole lot more. There's a use for this. Plus, increasingly, everything is becoming internet capable. We're seeing more and more devices get online, and as more and more devices get online, they may not pull a lot, but they do pull some internet and affect it. So increasingly higher speeds is great. Maybe not for today to take advantage of it as a household owner, maybe in 10 years. Who knows what we're going to be doing online, what our bandwidths are going to be in 10 years. Think back 10 years ago, very few people were streaming like we are today. So we'll have to see what happens there. But very interesting, 10 gigabytes from DOCSIS 4.0 internet coming out later this year. Of course, we'll see where it rolls out to everybody. We'll see. 6 gigabytes up. That's what I'm kind of interested in. Doing this, streaming the live shows, which returns next week. 10 gig sounds great, but the up of 6 gigs is highly interesting to me. All right, some bad news. A lot of layoffs coming. Google just announced 12,000 staff being laid off this month. Amazon announced, I think it was 17,000. Microsoft laid off a bunch. DirecTV laid off a bunch of people. There is real uncertainty about the future of the economy. Tech companies who got kind of fat when everybody was at home having to buy their stuff on Amazon, use Microsoft Office, and a whole lot of other places are now cutting back as they realize more people are going back and they're not paying for all these Microsoft Office accounts, Zoom accounts, and a whole lot more. Now, Google is working really hard to make this a good deal for everybody. 60-day paid notice. After that, they'll get 16 weeks of salary. For each year they work there, they'll get 2 additional weeks of paid, plus any bonuses from 2022, and any remaining vacation time will be paid. Employees will also get 6 months of healthcare and job placement services, to name a few things. If they're on immigration visas here to work, they'll work with them on the immigration help with that. Honestly, for Google, this is a pretty nice thing. No one likes to lay anybody off. It's always very painful when that happens. And the nice thing here is Google does seem to be saying, hey, we're going to try to make this as right as we can. We hate to do this, but here is a nice package. The CEO took responsibility for having to do these layoffs. We'll see what happens with it. But we'll see what divisions this comes from. I'm very interested to see if this will hit Google TV, YouTube. Like, where exactly is this all coming? Where are all the cuts going to come from? We'll have to keep a close eye on that in the days to come. All right, Pluto TV. If you haven't checked out Pluto TV, honestly, if you haven't checked out all these free services like Local Now, the Roku channel, Freevee, and so many more, I highly recommend you check them out. There's so many great streaming shows, movies, and more supported by ads. But Pluto TV is adding 3 new channels yesterday. The BBC version of Top Gear got a dedicated channel. Blue Bloods and Rawhide are all been added with a free 24/7 channels out there. Check these shows out. I strongly encourage you that, hey, I love it. I'm not going to pay for a classic Price is Right with Bob Barker. But if I'm trying to pay bills and I ran into it on Pluto or Local Now or Roku channel, etc., I'll probably watch it. There's a lot of shows I wouldn't pay for, classic ones that would. Pluto TV had the original 1950s Dragnet shows. Absolutely had a blast watching those when I was recovering from shoulder surgery. Leave me a comment. What's your favorite free streaming service? Do you have a favorite channel or program on that? It's not just on-demand stuff, old movies. It also includes a lot of news and more sporting events and a whole lot more. All right. If you've been thinking about getting DirecTV Stream, they have a deal for you. $120 off your first year to new customers. DirecTV Stream is the live TV streaming service from DirecTV. Technically an independent company, but still majority owned by AT&T. It runs independent with some other investors in there. Right now, for the first year, you can get $10 off a month every month for your first year, $120 off your first year of service. Not a bad deal if you've been thinking about it. Not sure this is going to be a deal that's going to make people who weren't thinking about switch. Do you use DirecTV Stream? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of it. All right, do you need to save some money on your phone? Now, one of the things here is we help you save money no matter how it is. But Dish has a new plan, $25 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data from Boost Mobile subsidiary. Now, this $25 a month plan comes with unlimited talk, text, and data from Boost Mobile. And it's been rolled out with the Boost Infinite service there. So check that out. I'll put a link to it down below if you're looking for it. All right, last up for your deal of the day, don't forget to check out Amazon Fire TV Edition Smart TVs. These are smart TVs with Fire TVs built in. For the HD TVs on sale starting at $79.99. A great deal for a nice TV if you're just looking for a shove something in the kids' room or wherever it may be. Check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to it all down there. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I really appreciate everybody's support. Very excited to be back. Very excited to be the owner of Cord Cutters News again. Hang in here. We're still kind of in the transitional period. There's still things that have to get transitioned to me. We're trying to get things set up on our end. Very, very thankful for everybody's support as we kind of get the ball rolling. I'll be back on Monday with another Cord Cutting Today. Remember, Monday through Friday right now is the goal for these. So until then, take care, be safe. I'll be back again real soon.